All right, so I don't know for sure that the Cowboys are going 17-0 and winning the Super Bowl. I don't know that for sure. But I for sure know the thing that I'm most looking forward to in this Cowboys season, which is they had the cojones más grande to add George Pickens so that we can have a lot of fun with CeeDeeLamb and George Pickens.
Marvelous.
The question on the table that I have for you men, how or why or who or what, how,
where?
When?
Can CeeDeeLamb and George Pickens be the best wide receiver duo in the entire NFL? Which means you can't tell me they're not going to be. That's not my question. How or why will they?
I think they could be. And I think it's because when you look at the talent.
Half-assed answer already.
What?
Not could. They will be.
They will be if.
Why will they be?
They will be if.
Yeah.
And if was a fifth.
They will all be drunk.
They will be if.
Not me, though.
Everything can say kumbaya.
Kumbaya.
If everything can be okay. If they can truly be 1A and 1B and both sides do not get a little perturbed or disgruntled that this guy got 18 targets in this game and you got 2, or this guy got 10 targets in this game and you got 3, or this guy had more touchdowns. If CeeDeeLamb and George Pickens can keep a symbiotic relationship and truly be a 1A, 1B, I think there's enough talent for them to be the top duo in the NFL.
They're halfway there already. CeeDeeLamb by himself already put you in the conversation of being the best duo, because I think he's top 3 in the league right now. Like, if by himself, he's top 3 receiver in the league.
Is he by himself a top 3 duo?
Yeah, I mean, hell, he had Jalen Tolbert last year and he worked it out. But the key factor is this: it has nothing to do with George and it has nothing to do with CeeDee.
Oh, here we go.
This duo is only successful
and
will only be successful if Dak Prescott is healthy throughout the year.
Okay, healthy, yeah.
He has to stay healthy throughout this year. This duo will not work. Damn sure won't work with Joe Milton.
Oh, my gosh.
Damn sure won't work with Joe Milton.
You don't think they're PT2 with Joe Milton?
No.
Oh, I like that PTB2.
And I think Will Grier isn't seasoned enough like a Cooper Rush would be to be able to come in and kind of.
He's not going to be on the team.
It's like you guys never watched West Virginia play, you know? Will Grier's out there dropping dimes.
This duo has everything in the making. You have a dynamic receiver in CeeDeeLamb who can do any and everything. He can catch the short pass and take it a long way. He can take the long pass and take it for a touchdown. Over the middle, he has great hands. The yak is there. You have George Pickens, who is a dynamic 50-50 receiver. He's tall, has a large catch radius. The biggest factor of these two not being successful is simply if Dak Prescott cannot stay healthy for the duration of this season.
What about my left tackle?
Doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
Doesn't even matter.
Oh, look at Clarence. He wants to do something.
Exactly. I'm going to piggyback on you, though. Piggyback on Jesse.
Hop on.
There's no question.
Hop on, pop.
There's no doubt. There's no argument that CeeDeeLamb is a top 3, if not a top 2 receiver in the NFL by himself.
Fine with me.
And I'm here to tell you, from a talent standpoint, there's no more talented running mate in the NFL for a top 2 type receiver than what the Cowboys have in George Pickens. If George Pickens does not have his off-the-field stuff at Georgia, he's the first receiver taken off the board when he got drafted. He had that much talent. He has that much talent. There's no team in the league. You go to Philadelphia, whatever else. You can go to Cincinnati. The so-called second receiver, which we call him 1A and 1B, there's nobody with more talent than George freaking Pickens.
I like this fight. Hold on. Okay, T. Higgins?
Yes.
I think Pickens is more talented.
No, he's not.
I think T.
But this is
you guys agree. He's yelling. You agreed. You agreed, and he's yelling.
But this is my turn.
No, I'm telling you.
Did they have their turn?
You're yelling at Joe when he agreed with you.
Well, he said, I think T is more talented.
No, he didn't.
I literally did not.
No, he didn't.
I quite literally said Pickens is more talented.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said T is more talented.
I think T is more talented.
Oh, you think T is more talented?
I think T is more
You're
talented.
wrong. Anyway.
I'm wrong. That's just all right.
You had your turn to talk, though.
All right. 1, 2.
I'm sorry, Joe.
We jumped already.
I can't believe that.
I'm sorry.
I was
anyway,
like, what?
The fact is, whether it's 1A or 1B, the most talented number 1 or most talented, as far as the duo, they're the most talented duo. Just from a sheer standpoint, talent standpoint, either 1 or 1, 2, whether you want to put Cincinnati in there or not. There's no more talent deal. Then you add the quarterback. To me, the question is offensive line, a running game. You know, Dak is not the question. Certainly, we're going to assume, just like we're going to assume they're getting along.
You know, when you assume.
We're going to assume they're going to get along. We're going to assume nobody's going to be persnickety and get upset.
That's right.
You know, obviously, the things have to go well, but we're going to assume that those factors are okay. And if Dak is healthy, we're going to assume Dak is healthy. Because when Dak has been healthy, he's been great. And he's healthy for 16 seasons. CeeDee goes off. 16 games. CeeDee goes off. The question last year, the question this year is the offensive line. If that left tackle and those guys can block up front, they will be the number one receiving core in the league. Number one duo in the league. No
George
question.
Pickens more talented than Jaylen Waddle?
Yes.
Yes.
No
Yes.
doubt. Yes.
George Pickens more talented than Devonta Smith?
Yes. 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 Look at the numbers last year. Look at the numbers last year.
They're different. They're different.
Oh, cool. One is skinny. One is a guy that catches ball in traffic who played with a BS offense with no quarterback and still had more yards than Devonta Smith last year. Unless
he's more athletic. He's not more talented
He's
than
more
Devontae.
talented. Okay.
He's not.
Okay, put it this way. He may not be more. I'll give you that. But CeeDee's more talented than AJ Brown.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you put that gumbo together, they're more talented than Philadelphia.
But that's a proven quantity in Philly. We have to see it here in Dallas.
Did you say
I don't.
you said Davante Adams?
Devonta Smith.
He's talking
I was
about.
doing Philly. AJ Brown and Devonta
Oh, okay.
Smith.
So you thought Adams, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, we talking about Smith.
I might have said Adams.
I thought you said Adams.
I don't talk good,
I thought you said Adams.
Now, he was talking about Smith.
but I wanted
Okay.
Smith, even if I said Adams.
He's more talented than
He's more talented. Yes.
Devontae
Talented
Smith.
was. He's more talented than Devontae Smith. Yes.
Okay.
I like me some Devonta.
I don't think he's more skilled.
We like him too.
I don't
I
think
like me
he's,
some Devontae
See, that's the
Smith.
thing. Are we talking because talent and skill are two very different things, and when it comes to this position, it matters because you can have a talented dude who's not the most skilled. Devontae Smith is more skilled as a receiver and a route runner than
You know what?
George
Pickens.
Pickens.
You know what?
Pickens.
You know what?
By-
The San Diego the Chargers quarterback is more skilled as
Correct.
a passer than Lamar Jackson.
correct.
Yes.
What you do for me? I'm sorry. Let's not get confused with the talent and skill. Who you want?
But doesn't that argument back up Devonta Smith?
I want Devontae.
Because he's
I
proven.
want
You don't.
Devontae.
Yeah, you don't.
I want Devontae.
No, you don't.
I do. If you're giving me an option, give me Devontae all day.
I'd make it a snake draft. I'd say you can pick either CeeDee and Pickens or AJ Brown and Devonta Smith. I'll take the other ones, and then I got the next pick.
Yeah.
It depends on who the quarterback is. Obviously, depends on the offensive line. The thing about Philadelphia, and what you know, this is not in a vacuum, but it's not in a test tube. We can't just pick the perfect situations. They got a great offensive line. They got a great running back game to set everything up for them to make plays down the field. Okay, it's easy to make the big play when you got to throw the running game and to throw the play action pass. Okay, you got an offensive line that walls off everybody. You have to put those factors in. Now take them out of that scenario and put them in Dallas last year. Are they having the same production? No.
Of course not.
No. And
Not
so
at all.
you need somebody that's going to at least somebody in a different situation. You need somebody that's going to do his thing. And that's why George Pickens gets the nod.
CeeDeeLamb and George Pickens, the best duo in football this year.
Maybe.
What say ye
Maybe.
in the comments? Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Or else not a threat.